Gentlemen, you are watching Contra Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, yeah.
And we're live. Just waiting for people to show up a little bit. So
Hello.
So it's been a little while. How's the tour?
Little Miss Nasty and Gina in the Eastern Bloc was amazing. You know, I was nervous about it because, you know, I'm not used to going out with anybody that's not a metal band. So I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. Before it, going to it, I was like, man, how is this going to be? But every single show, we had a blast. They were amazing. They were really cool. Every show was great. I mean, we just had so much fun. It was good to be back out. Really good to be back out.
We'll still have some rejects in there.
What?
We have some rejects.
Thanks, Cindy.
Came in. And we got Brian.
Hi, Brian. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody meet Rob.
So, yes. So when do you go back on tour?
We leave next week, actually, in 6 days. We leave to Mexico. And we'll be there for a week. We're doing 4 cities. Hi, John. We're doing 4 cities in Mexico for the first time. We're like doing a little mini tour all around Mexico. So I'm nervous. Again, nervous. Don't know what to expect. It's been like over 5 years since we've been there. So hopefully our rejects still remember us in Mexico.
How could they forget you though?
I don't know. It's been 5 years. I mean, you know, it's always scary. It's always scary. And, you know, ever since COVID, I mean, I think it's hurt all the bands, you know, with turnouts at shows and stuff on tours. And I think people are still somewhat like getting used to going to shows like the way they used to. You know what I mean? Like people are like going more like once or twice. They're not doing like every single one anymore like it used to be. So it's nerve-wracking, but then like my agency over there said, you know, there's 4 shows and they said like the pre-sales are doing really well. The Mexico City one, which is like the largest one that we're having, the largest show, he said, you know, yeah, the tickets were slow at first, but now they're picking it up. But it's because of the culture in Mexico is like people don't do pre-sale. You know what I mean? They wait like the week of, or they buy it out. So it's one of those things where I'm like, there's no way to gauge, especially in a foreign country, what to expect. You know? But the other shows are doing great, but those are smaller cities. And I think they're making it a point to go because they know we don't really ever go outside of Mexico City. You know what I mean? If we go there, we go to one place or a festival. So I'm kind of excited. The local bands that are playing are awesome and they have their own following. And I'm just looking at some of their videos from like their recent shows in the last 6 months. They got a pretty packed room as it is, just locally. So between the locals, the band I'm bringing, Cotillo, with me, I think we're going to have a really great turnout, but like, I don't know. So it makes me really nervous. Yeah.
If you could pick your own 3-day festival.
If I had my own 3-day festival?
Yes, the 3-day festival. The first day is female fronted only. Second day is national. Third day is regional. Who are your top 5 on each?
First day is female fronted only?
Yeah.
Well, obviously my friends. So myself, Mindy, Molly, Francesca, and yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, Francesca, she's going in a different direction now, so I don't know if she would want to be a part of what we're doing. And plus, she's very anti-female fronted, you know. Francesca from FDS. But you know, and it's weird because like I also have the friends on the other side. But see, when I think of all female fronted, and I'm in a very DIY mode this year.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
very much on the forefront of DIY on it this year. Like I think of my DIY friends before I think of the, you know, the more popular, more commercial, more label
Yeah.
female fronted friends I have. So like Kaleido, you know, Kaleido's not signed, but Christina Chris, I mean, she would definitely be one of my female fronted selections. But like I would put her in the national category then, I guess. You know what I mean?
So is there a better word? I mean, is there a better word than female fronted? Because I don't, you know, like I always want to know if there's another way of saying it that doesn't
I know
rub the wrong way.
it's a question that keeps coming up. You know, like do I personally have a problem with being called female fronted? Absolutely not, because I am female. I do front a band. I don't look at it as, I don't feel that they are hurting me by calling me female fronted band. I feel that it's just a recognizable thing. I don't believe that it's a genre either. I know a lot of people go, well, it's not a fucking genre. Well, I don't think it's meant to be a genre. I think it's just recognizing that the female fronted metal bands, and it started with the metal bands, you know, and rock bands, that they started using that because it doesn't work that way in pop world or hip hop. Female fronted hip hop. They don't. It's only in rock and metal, and I think it's just because there was so few of us at one point in the genre that everybody got excited about it. You know, like there was more female fronted metal and rock bands coming out in the last decade. And it wasn't just Arch Enemy or In This Moment or Kitty. You know what I mean? It was like there was a lot more DIY. So I think that's why it became a term. But I don't feel an insult. I don't feel any negativity from being categorized in that in groups on Facebook. I think it really came out of social media. I think that's what it was. Okay. It was to actually feature female fronted bands as a new, fresh, awesome thing on social media. And then it got caught on. It caught on. So I don't think it was never meant to be insulting or degrading. So I don't take it that way. I just don't take it that way.
I just figured to ask if there's another way of saying it without, you know.
Well, and I get why some people don't like it, because they say, why would our gender have anything to do with it? Why can't we just be called metal musicians or, you know, just musicians, right? Why can't we have that equal respect to the guys? Like nobody says male fronted, you know, like I get what they're saying. I understand I understand where they're coming from, but just me personally, I don't have it. I just look at, it's like the whole thing. Am I a new metal band? Am I a prog metal? I'm just a metal band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people go, well, what kind of metal do you play? I'm like, well, if you need to label it something, we called ourselves carnival metal. So, but that was, for me, there's really no genre called carnival metal. So basically it was my way of kind of saying we're a metal band. You want to throw something in front of it, we're dark metal carnival. Yeah. So, you know, but I think our music is like just metal. It's so many influences from so many different sub-genres of metal, rock, and classical music, and even industrial and gothic music. I mean, there's so many influences in what Raven Black does musically.
So what do they per se label? What do they per se label you as? Like if you're going like FY, where do they per se label you as? Like if you're going like FYE or you know, to buy any of your CDs, like is it under?
Oh, they usually put it under new metal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that weird?
That is very weird. It's under new metal.
They put it under new metal, which is, I think it's because they don't know where it goes, and they knew it was a process of elimination. You know, it was like they knew we weren't prog, they knew we weren't symphonic, they knew we weren't black metal, they knew we weren't deathcore. You know, they were like processable, and the only thing left over was new metal because they were like, "What the fuck is this?" And I love that they say, "What the fuck is this?" and they can't put us anywhere. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that Raven Black is so unique that you can't fucking put us anywhere.
Yeah.
We don't fit anywhere, Rob.
Yeah.
But
Like,
think about it. How many metal bands can go out with Little Miss Nasty, a dance troupe, and have a blast and successful with them?
Not that many, actually.
So we're
I mean,
so
really
that
is. It really is.
uniqueness is a great thing for us, right? So I like to be able to be. I guess that overall the whole gist of it is I like being able to do whatever I want. Like I could go play a rock festival and a rock show, and I could go play a metal festival, and I could go play a talent show that has a different number of acts, dance, singing, you know.
Yeah.
I think Raven Black is kind of, because again, you go back to my earliest interviews, what is Raven Black? It's a blender of all my favorite things. That's what Raven Black is. It's all my favorite things, and I like a lot of things. So I think I like the idea that we are everything and anything. There's no limit to what I want to do musically, vocally, aesthetically, you know, stage, props, makeup, music, you know, art, anything. It's just it's infinite possibilities, because I think that's what art is. It's infinite. You know?
So with props, do you outsource them or do you make them yourself?
What?
When you do props, do you outsource them or you do it yourself?
The props?
Yeah.
So I buy things and then I mess around with them and do stuff to them. So I still buy some things, and some things I actually make from scratch. You know, it depends what it is, but like most of my stage props, I could buy something, but I'll still mess around with it and personalize it some way, just like my clothes. Some things are custom made, some things are I bought, and then I still customize it. Hi, Dee.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday, by the way. I've been trying to keep up with all the rejects' birthdays. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there is. So how did the reject start, by the way?
How did the reject start?
Yeah.
Well, we got to a point where we had fans, and then it was like on social media, it was like, well, somebody had asked, well, do you have a fan club? And I'm like, sort of, because like Shannon Hamilton, a friend of mine, photographer, he started a Raven Black fan page on Facebook. Like he created that fan page for just to start bringing people together that he met.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, it's an unofficial fan page because it wasn't run by the band. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, I should start one. And I was like, so what do we call? Like, I don't know really, what to call them or whatever. And then one of the OG rejects, Eric Kozalski, he actually said, oh, hey, he said, do you have like songs that you write? Like you were just like, no, it's not going on the album, like that you just throw away. So I could answer, I said, well, no, we don't actually throw them away. We kind of just put them on the shelf. And funny thing you asked that, because we call the guys at the time said, that's what we call Raven's rejects, meaning my rejects. I rejected the song for the album. Not the song as a whole, but for that album. So he's like, rejects, that's the perfect word for your fan club. Because you're always about accepting everybody, right? And not like judging people and stuff like that. So most people feel very rejected, but in the rejects, you don't get rejected. You know what I mean? So he's like, that's the perfect fan club name, Ravens Rejects. So I was like, ooh, I like that. I do like that because I've always kind of felt like a reject myself my whole life. So I was like, but it's a term of endearment in our sense. Most society will say a reject is a negative, derogatory thing.
Yeah.
But in our world, it's something to be proud of. You're proud of being different, being unique, being yourself. So I said, I'm that's good. So we started it on Facebook, and then it just grew from there.
Like I was thinking of, having a fan group or something, but like I don't know what to call. I mean,
for years, for concert junkies.
I can't call somebody a junkie. Like that's.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm a junkie. I'd be proud to be. I am a junkie. I'm a very proud junkie. We're junkies. We are junkies for what you do. Good music, interviews, everything that you do. It's like a junk food junkie. I'm a junk food junkie. Totally. I love the word junkie. That's a great nickname for fan club. Are you kidding me? You should take a poll. I tell you, all the rejects that follow you would love to be called junkies. I can vouch for it.
That might be in the works. That might be in the works.
I like junkies, and I think it's cute. I love it. And it's so clear cut. It's so clear cut that if you're a junkie, that you follow concert junkies. Like, it's so clear. It's just such a connection right there. I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean, though, because like rejects, people on the outside who don't understand might be like, wow, like she calls her fans rejects? Like, that's kind of mean, right?
Yeah.
But it's not, because you can't worry about people who don't get it. You only worry about the people who get it. And the people who get it are proud to be called junkies. The people who get it are very proud to be called rejects. It's their own. You don't own the fan club. I have no ownership of the fan club. Like, literally, they own me. Like, that's their thing. I can't touch it. The rejects are like their own power. Like, if I died tomorrow, the rejects would continue beyond me. And that's a great fan club. That's a community.
I'm gonna put it out there. And any of you lovely people that are in the chats right now, if you want to start one for this podcast, please do so. I'll give you permission.
Yeah, start a fan club called the Junkies.
Please do.
For Rob's podcast.
Please.
I want to join. I want to join. I'll join. I want to be a junkie.
Because I was.
You hit 1,000 yet?
1,027 so far.
1,027. So you hit 1,000.
Yeah, and YouTube said 1,027.
Nice.
I just gotta get the watch time up so I get paid. But except for that.
Yeah, we'll just keep growing it. You just let it grow organically. It took me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we're still getting a lot of followers now. Like, every day, there's like 3 or 4 more every day. And I know my Mexico fans are starting to add themselves now to my fan pages. You just got to keep approving them, making sure the right people are accepted and not people who are trying to advertise some spam shit.
Oh, no. The first time I see it, you're out. I don't play that. Because I'm in control of everything at the moment.
Yep. Yeah, you were talking about tours earlier. So when I get back from Mexico, I'm going to be recording Raven's Diary because, I got bumped with the album. We were supposed to record January, February, but then I got bumped out of studio time by 2 big bands. 2 big bands stole my spot, my studio time. But it was worthy. So their big bands were awesome. So I got bumped to June, July, which is perfect because that's the time I have off, right, in between tours.
Yeah.
And then did you see the announcement? We're playing The Gathering this year.
No, I didn't.
It just got announced 2 days ago. So we're playing The Gathering July 6th through 7th. And then we come back, finish the album and a music video. And then we have the August run with Molly. You just had Molly on.
Yeah.
From Living Dead Girl.
She's amazing.
And I know they had van problems. So
Yeah.
I'm so glad she fixed her van. I was like, don't tell me you're going to cancel because you have no transportation. Oh, no. But I'm glad they got it fixed. I'm glad they got it fixed. I shared her GoFundMe.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the van fixed.
Yeah, so she's still. Yep. So she's going out with me, and I think she's doing a few of her own headliners before our start. And then
she
drops off. Yeah, then she drops off. She drops off in, I think, Birmingham, Alabama. I think she goes back to Florida. So, but we're excited about that. Owls and Aliens coming out with us. They've been grinding it. So like this year, I just basically chose all DIY bands, basically. All DIY on everything that I wanted to do this year. It was like the DIY comeback year. And I wanted to work with my friends. So we made it happen. We made it. We all came together and made it happen because everybody's dealing with transportation problems. Everybody's dealing with money problems. So we just all came together about it and just made it happen so that we could tour together. So August is already announced, but October, our big Halloween tour for the fall with the new album, new comic book, that is going to be exciting. We have not announced the lineup yet or the dates yet. Or, the venues yet. So we're going to be announcing that right before we go on the August run. So it's pretty exciting.
I'm just hoping you hit Jersey or New York. That'd be possible.
Well, that's partially the delay right now of us confirming all of the dates and venues because we're trying to squeeze a Boston, New York date in the route right now.
Okay.
So if we do that successfully, then we have to move a couple of other dates around. So that's the delay right now. The whole Midwest, like Texas, all the South, and the East Coast, that's set.
Yeah.
It's that little cluster between PA, New York, Boston, Virginia, Ohio, and Baltimore. That little cluster is what we're finagling around with right now. So it's like whether people have dates available, they want us for a Friday, they want us for a Saturday. So that's happening right now with negotiations. So, but I'm pretty sure there's some solid dates around that already. So it's a matter of, okay, who's going to take what day within this week, whether we make it. But I'm trying to get Boston or Rhode Island.
That's cool. Where have you not?
Where have I not gone?
Yeah.
I don't remember going to Connecticut. I know we've been to Maine. We've been to New York, upstate New York, Long Island. We've been to all that. But I think Connecticut is one of them we haven't been. And a lot on the West Coast, like up Northwest, like above. Like I know we did Dakotas. I know we've done Montana. I know we've done Iowa. We've done every state except probably. We have never done Alabama and Mississippi, but we're doing that in August. I'm really excited.
That's pretty cool.
We always skip that. We always go like Atlanta to New Orleans. We always skip. You know what I mean? And then we go straight to Texas. It's the weirdest thing or Nashville. So I'm really excited about Alabama and Mississippi because I heard they have a pretty decent, like a pretty cool, small metal scene. And they really love underground shit. So I'm like, yeah. And when I announce who's going out with us,
Yeah.
It's I'm so excited about the lineup. I'm just like stoked about it. I can't wait till we announce it. It's all DIY and it's I'm just so happy. Like I'm super happy about October's lineup. And I know the rejects are gonna be like, fuck yeah. So I just can't say it yet.
I think I know one of them though.
I know you do.
I'm pretty sure about that one.
Yeah, you do.
I can't say nothing, but I know one.
I know, but yeah, I'm excited. I've been trying to put this together for a while, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're gonna be shocked.
Yeah. So I can't wait to announce it. I just can't, and it's the Halloween tour, so it's gonna be themed. It's our headliner. It's our show. We're trying to basically make every show like a Halloween party. You know what I mean? It's going to be a different, more intimate tour. That's all I could say. You know, I'm having fun with it.
All right. So I asked Molly this question I got to ask you.
Okay.
Are you planning on doing a song together?
I know Molly likes doing that. So if her and I we chit-chatted about something like that, but we have not decided on anything yet.
Because I think that
a song yet.
I'm thinking that'd be pretty cool though.
It would be cool, and I would totally do it with her. So her and I need to get, you know, when the last time we spoke, it was like January or February. So it was really, really early. So I think now that we're getting closer, I think her and I can actually get together and go, okay, let's do a song together. Because I would totally be down to do that with her. You know me, I'm big time advocate for other DIY bands. Like I don't just say that. Like I genuinely want us to have a fucking blast and like lift each other up.
Yeah.
So that's like something I genuinely make it a point to do. You know, I share every single one of those bands. I've shared their shit. I've shared their music.
Yeah.
I've shared their posts. I genuinely do that. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where I know they appreciate it. I know they showed me love back. So it's just one of those things where I've been trying it, and Mindy knows because her and I talked about this. I've been trying to do this for years to get that strong kind of sisterhood, you know what I mean, amongst the DIYs. And I think, you know, I mean, what Mindy said was, well, you kind of like were ahead of us, you know what I mean? So it was hard to like line that back up because they weren't ready to tour or, you know, different things like that. So, but because of the COVID, because of the pandemic, and because of the time off I took, I kind of like reset myself a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So it lines up now. So I'm like, I don't really give a shit. I just want us to do this. I need to do this in my lifetime. You know what I mean? I want to actually go on tour with my friends and have a blast. You know, and so that's why, like, I made it a point this year. This is what I want. And my agents, they had specific requests from me, my wish list of this is what I want to accomplish this year. And they kicked ass because they went out and asked for, they went out and sought after my wishes, not just trying to like do whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, no, I really want this band. I really want this band. I really want this to happen. And they went and made it happen. They helped me get it to happen. And the band that I'm going out with, they also wanted to be a part of it. So like Molly wanted to be a part of it. You know, Owls and Aliens wanted to be a part of it. So it's the tour is everybody coming together that really wants to be a part of the tour. You know, not just for the sake of touring, but actually touring together and having fun. So it's going to be different. It's just a different feel when you go out with people who want to be a part of something.
So what bands are you actually listening to now these days?
Who do I listen to nowadays?
Yeah, like your playlist.
Well, I mean, I have to say, I haven't listened to music for 3 or 4 weeks now. I have been listening this week to my new guitar tracks for the upcoming album. I'm getting jiggy. What I call is, I say I get jiggy with it. So it's basically headphones on repeat. Headphones on repeat of the guitar riffs for the upcoming fourth album. And I have my lyrics in front of me and a notepad, and I sit there and just close my eyes and just get jiggy with it until I hear melodies and it evokes certain emotions in me. So either I go to my lyrics and read it with it, or I write new lyrics as I'm listening to the tracks. So right now I am going through 8 guitar riffs right now, getting jiggy with it, and seeing which track or which guitar riff fits my current lyrics and which ones evoke a whole new set of lyrics. So that's what I've been listening to for the last week. And it's exciting. I'm having a lot of fun. But other than that, as far as my playlist, I haven't listened to my playlists because I was on tour. I just didn't have any time to listen to any music. It's really sad, actually. I've been so busy.
You were actually my alarm clock this morning.
What?
You were actually my alarm clock this morning.
I was your alarm clock this morning?
Well, I have a Spotify playlist for almost everybody that's been on. I know I'm missing a lot because there's over 400.
What song played? What song woke you up this morning?
I'm trying to think what do I have you. I have one. I think I have 1 or 2 of your songs on the playlist.
Yeah.
I was trying to think which one it is. Every morning it's somebody else. You were today. Yesterday it was Dying Oath. The day before that was, I think the Clydes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like every day it's my alarm set for 8:00 in the morning.
Cool.
Every morning. Today it was you.
Well, I'm glad that I'm waking you up in the morning.
Let me see what.
I can't wait. I really can't wait till the new songs come out. I'm itchy. I'm itchy about it. Like, I'm so excited because it's time. The Key was released, 2021 during COVID. So here we are 2 years later. Like, it's time for new music. So right now I am working with somebody to finish a song, to finish it, even if we don't record it yet. But to try to finish it before the gathering so we can play it live as a sneak peek. So I'm hoping we can. I hope that we can all get it done together and learn it and rehearse it so we can play it at the gathering live, even though it hasn't been recorded yet.
And to answer your question,
I want a new song. I want to perform a new song. I'm like itchy for it. I'm like, please get this done. Please. I'm like, no.
So the song this morning was "Hear Me Cry."
Oh, nice. That's absolutely. I played, so this first tour that we did coming back out of 3 years hiatus of not touring, we actually played "Hear Me Cry" in the set. And, we're like, man, it's kind of a ballad in the beginning, but then it gets heavier. So we were nervous about playing it in a set. But we played it live, and everybody at every show was like, I'm so glad you played that live, because that song is so meaningful to a lot of people. So I was like, see, I'm so happy we just said fuck it and we did it, because it's just an intense song live. It's just an intense song. But I didn't want it to be a Debbie Downer. I didn't want to bring everybody's mood down during a show, but it was just so powerful that it was very impactful, live. So I'm going to continue to do it.
So what's your favorite?
What's my favorite
What's your-
song to perform?
Yeah, what's your favorite song to perform live, and what's the song that you hate playing live?
Why are you asking me that?
Well,
I've feared this question for my whole life. No.
well, let's first hear. Like
I'll
always.
tell you. Okay, so, but it's like it's not because I don't like this. Okay, so my favorite song right now to play live is "Hear Me Cry" because I feel like it's a super deeper level of connection with my fans and just an audience in general of the message. Like I feel that message and that song to ask for help and to, you know, survive the suicidal ideology is very important. So I love performing that song. I also love it because it vocally for me takes me from a melodic to growls to screams, so much emotion.
Yeah.
They're just, I get to do everything I love to do in vocally as a vocalist. So there's nothing missing there for me. You know what I mean? I get to do all of my favorite vocal styles in that song. So that is my favorite as of right now. My least favorite. People are gonna go, what? I don't even want to admit it. It's so bad. So my least favorite song to perform, and I hope this does not mean that I love all my songs. Okay, I love all my songs. But my least favorite to perform is Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. And that is like one of the most popular songs amongst the Rejects. So I have to perform it at every show because people get very sad if I don't come out with the hula hoop and play Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. The reason why is my least favorite is three reasons. One, that fucking hula hoop is a pain in my ass. Okay, to lug in and out to deal with. Stage peripheral, stage spacing. The hula hoop is just a pain in the ass. Second reason is I have been playing that song for 8 years now or 7 years now, and I'm just bored of it. Okay, like I'm bored of it. Me personally, like it's just I need a break from it. And then third reason is it's only one of my vocal stylings. I don't get to do, you know, I barely get to scream in it. You know, it's more repetitive. It doesn't give me the emotional trajectory that I like as a singer. So that's the third reason. So it is my least favorite to perform, but it's not my least favorite song. And I still love it very much. And I still give it 1000% when I perform it. Because I love my fans. I play that, put it this way, if I didn't love the Rejects and didn't give a shit about what they think, that song would have been taken out of the set list years ago. Because I love my Rejects, I play that song at every show.
So it's definitely your staple song.
My least favorite to perform, not my least favorite song. I have a least favorite song of all time today. That's a different question.
Yes,
You're
it is.
not going to ask me, Rob.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to ask you that question.
You can save that question for next time. When I go,
Okay.
Why are you asking me this question?
I'll just ask you in person whenever I get to see you live.
What?
I said, I'll just ask you that question when I see you in person.
Yeah. When am I going to see you?
I don't know.
Can you go to Virginia?
I gotta look at the dates. It would probably be closer if I went to Chicago.
I forget where you're at.
I'm in Jersey. I'm 15 minutes away from Starland Ballroom.
So why would you go to Chicago?
birds, one stone.
Oh, I see.
Business.
I see. Let me look at my schedule real quick. Let me see if I can cheat. Do I go anywhere close to mid-October, Richmond, Virginia?
I mean, that could work. I mean, I gotta see financials, but that could work because I have a entire camp in Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way up to Tampa. So
that way, nobody can screenshot it. Nobody can screenshot it and like blow it up in real days.
Well,
yeah, that's it. That's
I'll look to see if I can do that.
Yeah, because that'd be cool. I think, yeah, because you should come to that one because you know that's gonna be a good one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Or maybe if I can't do that, I'll wait till October.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah.
3 birds.
No, this one's
One
for
stone.
October. Yeah.
No, yeah, 3.
Well, are you able
Birds,
to
one
make
stone.
it to Michigan Metal Fest?
I gotta look at the dates. Definitely, I would.
Yeah, I think Michigan Metal Fest is August 19th.
It could happen. I just gotta get the plane ticket. Yeah, it's not until
We can
August.
arrange for we can arrange for something like that and do a fundraiser to get tickets for you to go do your live podcast at the Rejects booth at Michigan Metal Fest.
That might be an idea. That'd be cool.
How much is a ticket from you to Michigan? Probably $300.
I have no idea. I'll have to.
Well,
look that up.
maybe we could do a Junkies fan club quick fundraiser to get you there so you can meet all your new junkies in person and do a live podcast at the festival.
That might be an idea.
We'll talk about it more.
We'll talk about it more.
Whoever's building your fan club,
We have time.
because then you'll be there hanging out with all the rejects who are probably most join and become junkies too.
I know 2 of them are from New Jersey as well. I think I'm meeting one at July 29th. I will be at Stand and Godsmack, so I know one of them is going to be there. I don't remember which reject is going to be there. But we spoke
For Godsmack?
Yeah, it was Stand
In
and
what
Godsmack.
state?
New Jersey.
In what state? In
New
New
Jersey?
Jersey?
Yeah.
Is it John? Is it John Saperstein?
I don't remember which one it was. I know he's on my Facebook page as well.
It's probably John. John is probably going to go see Godsmack.
Yeah, it's Godsmack, Stained.
Yeah, it's probably John.
And you're probably not going to be shocked. I'm actually going to see Snoop Dogg.
Who?
Snoop Dogg is playing August.
Oh, I love Snoop Dogg. Are you kidding me? I love Snoop Dogg.
August.
Love him.
I could not pass it up. It is Snoop Dogg, Warren G, Too Short, and Wiz Khalifa. Is that his name?
Really? That's a good lineup.
All one-
That's cool.
All one night.
Huh.
Yeah, all
That's
one
really
night.
good lineup. I would definitely go see a show like that. But I get scared to go to hip hop shows. Honestly. It's not as safe as metal shows. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know.
It's not as safe. Shit happens at those shows.
I mean, I'll be live, so yeah. Realistically, I'm trying to go to see Snoop and Warren G in Balance.
Yes. Snoop and Warren G. Totally brings me back to the 90s. I love it.
Those were good times.
Yeah.
Except for
How many
playing every
people?
show.
How many rejects are in here tonight?
13.
Who's in here? 13?
For 13 deep.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, we have JD Wolf.
7, 8.
Yeah, there's 13 deep in here.
So
That's
I
pretty cool.
have 13 laminates from the Little Miss Nasty tour right here in my hand. The 13 of you are going to receive this in the mail this week for attending tonight's festivities.
That's cool.
Okay?
You can't beat that guy. You can't beat that, guys.
Just
And
a
girls.
souvenir, you guys, to say thank you for supporting Rob and coming on the station and coming on the podcast. Yep. And guess what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to write across here junkie. Okay?
Hmm.
I'm going to write across here junkie. So they know how they got this. And remind them to become junkies. Rob junkies, concert junkies. Not drug junkies, concert junkies.
No.
Music is a drug. It's a good one.
Oh, it is.
That's the drugs we should be on. Music. So what have you been up to?
This. Oh, I've
I
been
know.
every
Busy?
Wednesday, Thursday night. I've been podcasting. I have 2 today, 2 tomorrow. I'm booked until June 22nd.
Well, you're already booked. You should. I would like to do a group one of the lineup. Maybe in July, before we go out together. Would you like to do that with Owls and Aliens and
do
Molly
that.
and I? And
Yeah, we can
maybe
do that.
Molly and I can tell you what song we're going to do together by then.
Yeah.
Let's do that. And then for October, we'll get all the lineup to do the same thing.
That's cool.
I'd be like, you can't tour with me
Sure.
unless you do a fucking group podcast with Rob. That's it. That's my special request for my tour lineup. I'm gonna be a brat and say that. That's what I
Yeah, we
want.
can-
That's what I want.
So the works 1st of July is not going to work. So the 2nd.
Well, I can't do that either because I leave to the gathering on the 5th. So that whole weekend I'm
Yeah.
gonna be rehearsing and packing.
Yeah, I should be flying out to Vegas, so I should be that
Yeah.
first week of July.
So you're coming this way and I'm going east.
Yeah,
But like mid-July.
yeah, that's fine. I have nothing booked whatsoever. Your first pick.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Alright.
well, just give me some dates later, and then I'll hit up everybody.
Yeah.
Myself, Molly, and Owls and Aliens, and see what
Yeah.
everybody's availability is, and then you tell me.
Okay.
I'm just not
Totally.
available until after the 9th.
That sounds good.
That's it.
I got, what do you call it? Yeah, I should be going out to Vegas for my birthday, so it should be
Is it
there
your
for
birthday in July?
Yeah, the first.
Nice.
So
Vegas.
That's it. it's actually a big one. It's not 21.
Yeah, have fun. Vegas is always a good time.
Yeah, I
My
found a
cruise
few.
in Vegas. Part of my cruise in Vegas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Roy and Trevor are both from Vegas. So
You know, I'm not a gambler really, so I'm gonna try. There's like 3 restaurants I saw that I wanted to try.
what restaurants?
It's called the Heart Attack Grill.
The Heart Attack
And-
Grill?
yeah.
I have not been there.
Then there's a restaurant that they get to call you names and they're rude to you, and
The Dick Bar?
I think that's what's called, something like
Yeah,
that.
I've been to the Dick Bar. Yeah.
That
That's a fun place. Good food.
most likely will be finding me on Fremont Street or probably the Palms. I have a friend that bartends there, so that's where I'm probably gonna hang out.
That's cool. Yeah, I always go to Fremont too. Fremont's fun. And it's cheaper gambling over there.
Cheap gambling, cheaper drinks, free
Yeah,
entertainment.
it's a good time. It's a good time.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, Vegas. It depends on what you're in the mood for, but if you want to like Vegas Strip, I think it's just so. It's just a little more sophisticated scene. Everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
Tables more expensive. You can't really. It's more stressful. You know what I mean? But I mean, like I go to do that when I'm like doing like the whole anniversary trip, you know, or
Yeah.
family, or you know, more. I call it the more mainstream stuff. But like if I just go with Ryan and we're just hanging out and trying to have a good time and chill,
Yeah.
or with my friends, we go to Fremont.
I'd rather be on Fremont.
Yeah, it's just way more chill. But yeah, you'll have a good time.
You know we have.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. We'll talk before then. But
Yeah.
there's they know we have free concerts out there.
They do in the middle. Yeah. They usually have
Yeah.
tribute bands or other kind of rock bands or jazz or usually rock and like pop rock kind of bands out in the middle of the set, like it's in the middle of the whole thing.
Yeah,
It's just a stage, outdoor stage. Yeah.
Like the day I was leaving, they had what do you call it? I think the Offspring was on that stage.
Oh,
and a few
really?
other-
Oh, I didn't know that they had bigger bands on there.
yeah,
I
like July.
think I saw. I can't remember who I saw, but like I love watching the look-alike singers that
Okay.
do the cover songs inside the casinos. You know, they have like those stages just in the middle of the whole casino, and you could just sit there with your drinks or whatever, and it just like they'll just have a band go up there, and the singer usually looks like, you know, a celebrity look-alike thing, but they sing all these different cover songs from like 60s all the way to like 2000s, and that's just a fun time to kill time. But I usually wouldn't be in there dancing around, usually waiting to regroup with my friends because everybody disperses and they're like, meet back here. It's crazy. But yeah, my biggest hangout in Vegas is always House of Blues. Just because that's like an easy meeting place for all my friends that live in Vegas. We just meet there and eat, and then we go do stuff. Are you going to check out Area 51?
I don't think so.
Club?
That's not.
No, the club.
I'm not like a club person or anything. I am a lounge or.
I'm
what do you call
sorry.
it?
Planet 51. Planet 51, not Area 51.
Oh no, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
A lot. That's like a big thing that people have been going to see. Planet 51. I think it's. I forget if that's the place where it's all weed. It's like a museum for weed, but you go buy weed there.
Oh, then yes, I've heard about
Is
it.
it
I just
Planet?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's
I've
called
heard about
Planet.
it. I never went.
We went just to see what it is. It's like, I feel like we're going to a museum, and it's like just weed or like, yeah, it's just weird. It's very, very fancy. It's very fancy.
Like pinkies up the entire time you're in there, or
You feel like it. I
that's
mean,
kind of
yeah.
fancy.
Well, like, and then they have like all this weed stuff, like with different sophisticated names and, you know, glass cases. Like if you're at Tiffany's buying jewelry, and it's just a different experience. It's just, I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not vibing this place at all. It just, you know, I was like just jumping around there like a 5-year-old who's impatient and starts like lifting their shirt. You know, when a 5-year-old gets impatient and starts like getting like, I don't know, fidgety.
Yeah.
That was me. I was fidgety. I was like, I want to go now. I was just not comfortable.
Like,
It was too.
I remember.
I'm not comfortable when it gets too poshy. Like, you know, I like to be comfortable. So then I start acting stupid and frumping around. You know, I start acting like a frumpy person. You know what frumpy is, right?
Yeah.
Like, so like, you know, when you just kind of like frump around, you're like, you know, I started walking around like that, frumping around because I was bored. And, and everything was too serial. So everything's too serial. And so I start acting a fool because I get uncomfortable when it's too quiet and too serial. I was like, are we in a weed place or are we in a fucking museum? You know, like museums have to be quiet and you can't touch anything. Like, so like, that's how it felt. And I was like, I'm not in the mood to be like posh right now, you know? So I started getting fidgety, frumpy and fidgety.
I'm so putting on a t-shirt and sending that out to you.
What?
I said I'm going to put on a t-shirt and send that out to you.
Yeah, with the sleeves off. I'm still waiting.
Exactly.
You have to cut the sleeves off for me. Yeah, I don't even know why you're wearing sleeves right now. It's summer.
I do have new merch out, but they all have sleeves, unfortunately.
No, I've been wearing sleeves because I don't want to get my shoulders sunburned. I live in California now, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I literally wear shorts now. Like, I didn't wear shorts at all. And now I've got, like, my legs are getting tan. It's really cool.
Shorts. We're growing up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I refuse to grow up. I do. I refuse. I refuse. And it's sad because, like, I'm just getting older every year. And, like,
I mean, that tends to happen, though.
No, I know. So I'm like, okay, so, like, now I've got, you know, the bags under my eyes and my, you know, like, this is happening. I'm getting jowls. You know, my cheeks are sagging. Because as you get older, your cheekbones recess, you know, as you get older. They, like, sink into your face. Your skull, right? Your cheekbones sink in. So because your cheekbones sink in, they're not protruding anymore. So that makes your cheek sag. And because your cheek sag, everything else sags. So I'm going to start looking like this. So, like, of course, I don't want to do cosmetic surgery, first of all, because it's like thousands and thousands of dollars. Plus, I don't want to look weird.
I know I'm going to catch shit for this, but don't pull a Madonna. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to look like a fucking alien. I don't look weird, you know, like, so I just have to, like, sit here and do face yoga, right?
Oh, it's pretty much little Kim and Madonna. No.
Yeah, so I'm just going to age. But it's starting. It's fucking starting. Like, see, like, it's starting. And there's no turning back now. So in the couple of all these different interviews that you do, we're going to go side by side one day and go, wow, yeah, she's fucking aging. And it is what it is. And I'm just going to have to embrace it. I'm just going to embrace it. I already told the rejects we're going to start naming my wrinkles and shit. I'm just going to fucking age. It's it. But it's starting. It's fucking happening. Mark it. 2023. My face is starting to age. It is. I mean,
it's exactly. What I mean, what?
Unless I start wearing my hair up and like you know, do like the crazy like where you pull your hair back really tight so that my face gets pulled back naturally. Look at that. My head hurts, but it's working.
So that what's next? You're gonna put clothespins in your head?
Pull my hair back like this.
Clothespin yours back.
I'm gonna just start wearing shit in my hair that pulls my hair back.
No,
but then I might lose all my hair. See, but then I'll lose all my hair because I keep pulling and yanking on it, right?
Yeah, so
then I'll lose all my hair on the sides here. Or maybe I can use those chip clips.
No chip clips.
I'll get chip clips and I'll clip my cheek to my ear or something right there.
Yeah,
but why can't I use it?
I mean, you could, but I mean.
Oh, I have a staple.
No.
Look, we'll do stapling. I'll staple my cheek up to my ear right here.
I suggest you don't do that.
It is what it is. I'm gonna age. It's gonna happen. It's my fault for starting music at 40. I knew this was fucking gonna happen.
JD says Pinhead.
I could get masks made where like it like has rubber in it and it pulls my face up.
Are you gonna turn it into Slipknot? Just start wearing a mask on stage?
No. I think that's why a lot of people are going towards the mask because they are getting older. And everybody's like having a hard time with it, whereas I just make fun of myself. I just make fun of myself. It makes everything better.
Yeah.
Right? Does anybody have questions for us?
Yeah. Any questions, guys and ladies? Just wear a grandma mask.
Grandma mask?
Yeah.
No, I want to be like a creature. If I'm going to wear a mask, it's going to be like a unicorn or something. Or a turtle. I don't know, something just weird. Or like a flower mask with like a daisies around it.
Maybe.
I have actually a really good mask. Where are they? What did I do with them? What did I do with my mask, Rob?
I don't know.
Ah. I just had them the other day. I don't know what I do with them. I have little Jason Voorhees masks that I made for my little Axel bear. I could put that mask on. I could wear Muppets mask.
That'd work.
Yeah, but it's happening. I'm aging now. It's starting. But I'm cool. It is what it is.
It's definitely aging like fine wine.
Yep. We're metalheads. It's not,
Yeah.
Thank God I'm not a pop star because, I'd have to retire.
Thank God I'm not a pop star.
Well, I mean,
It could happen.
but like honestly, do you ever listen to any pop music at all? Like, is there anything pop that you can at least enjoy?
I actually listen to everything except for.
I listen to everything. I'm not anti-pop. I'm anti-stupid music, which can be in any.
I mean, do you consider Avril Lavigne pop?
No. Well, for me, she's pop punk.
Okay, so like.
And I love Avril. I love
Yeah.
Avril. I love Skater Boy. I love that whole era. I know every one of those songs on that album. I'm going for an 80s hairstyle right now. Because I saw it on the show Legacies last night. They had an 80s dance.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I listen to everything. There's only like. There's only two
Now that we're talking about pop.
artists. I mean, there's only two artists. I would, what do you call it? One makes me cringe every time I hear it, and the other one I just turn off because.
Who? Taylor?
No, actually, I hate Nickelback with a passion.
Who?
I hate Nickelback with a passion.
Nickelback?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, are they pop?
I mean,
Aren't they alternative
technically-
rock? When
I
that was that
don't even know
Patty?
what they're. I don't know what they're technically called, but I can't stand them, and I hate Corey Hart.
Corey who?
Corey Hart.
Who's Corey Hart?
He only had a couple of songs. He sings "I Wear Sunglasses at Night." I have a story behind why I can't stand him. But
Okay, now I know who you're talking about.
his career was like this, but still.
But yeah, do you like that song?
No, I despise that song. It actually got me kicked out of a bar.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that song. I'm not. But you know what's weird? There's a song from the 80s that I used to hate. Like the minute it came on the radio, they played it all the fucking time, and I was so annoyed by it. I was like, fuck this fucking song, turn that fucking station.
Yeah.
And this is back in the 80s where everybody listened to a radio station. It was like K-Rock, right? Like
Yeah.
it was or Kiss FM, like that here in the
Yeah.
in the West Coast. But that like they played the top 40 all day long. Like that's how you learned new music. Anyway, so this one particular song, and I'll tell you what song it is, but it would play and they played it all the fucking time, and I was like, fucking turn it, fucking turn it, fucking turn it. And I would turn the radio knob or hit the button on my Kenwood to the next station, it would fucking be playing there too. And I'm like, fuck this fucking song. But now I actually appreciate that song a little bit more. It's weird. It's the song Take On Me.
Really?
Do you know that song? Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's been a while,
But
yeah.
I hated that song, but now I listened to an acoustic version of that recently, a cover, and it was a melodic ballady version of it. And all of a sudden I love the melody of it. Crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
So
But
the moral of the story of Corey Hart. I was at a bar. This is early 20s.
Mhm.
This girl played it three times in a row. Took her sunglasses on, took it off, and all right, we get it. Just say she had a picture of Beerport on her head, and yeah, that was.
It's your last nerve. It's your last nerve.
Yeah, three times in a row, and we asked her nicely not to do so. It was a friend's birthday, and it was just not the right crowd. Yeah, she was wearing Miller Lite for the rest of the evening.
Wow.
I'm not saying that was my best moment of I should have done that. Like it's not.
Well, you get
Right, you need to do that.
aggravated. It's okay to get aggravated once in a while. Why not?
Yeah. So whenever I hear that song, I just
Well, what song is it? So like, I listen to everything. If I like a song, I like a song. I don't care. You know, Alanis Morissette is pop alternative rock. I love Alanis. Sarah McLachlan is not pop. She's adult contemporary, but I love Sarah McLachlan. Melissa Etheridge is country rock. I love her.
Yeah.
Josh Groban is contemporary adult music. I love him. Michael Bublé. I'll listen to some Bublé. I mean, I listen to all kinds of shit. But that is also why I'm not afraid to do weird shit in my songs, like, you know, just weird, quirky shit in my songs. Because it's like, that's not metal. Well, duh. But, like when I say, tears of sorrow burn my eyes, right? Like, that's the doll being fucking just stupid, psychotic. And that's in the middle of darkest pit. Yeah, that part's not metal, but it surely gives you like a fucking ear hole, like zap when you hear it in the middle of the fucking song. And it provokes an emotion. That's why it's there. But it's cool. Thanks for being the judgment and be all of all metal music, sire. You know, pat yourself on the back. You recognize that part was not metal. Very good for you. And then, you know, it's the fuck off panda year, so I go, and then you can fuck off. Bye. But yeah, I'm super, I don't know, this year is, and I think like Mindy, everybody's been through a lot this year in the DIY circuit, and
Yeah.
I feel like we're all kind of growing some new balls. You know what I'm talking about?
I've seen. I mean, but like,
Are you getting
Listen.
talk to everybody? Everybody has grown like a third set of balls this year in the DIY scene. Going, you know what? I had the balls to do this and set out to do this with my band, and now that times are harder, I have to grow a set of balls, right? And I think everybody's been like, fuck, you know, it's tiring and stressful, but we all grew a third set of balls and we're still staying afloat. You know what I mean? Like literally, but it's got us by the balls. Like literally.
like I'm literally sitting back and I'm like eating this up. I'm like, what the hell are they gonna fucking do next? Like, I'm just waiting.
I mean, I was supposed to do 2 tours this year. I was like, I'm gonna take it fucking slow. I'm coming back. I'm gonna do 2 tours, right? I have 4.
yeah,
What the fuck happened? But I was like, whoa. And then I just got hit up for 3 more little mini tours. And I'm like, I can't afford it. Like, I am committed to 4 already. And it's expensive as fuck. And I'm just like, fuck. You know, and it is what it is. But I gotta survive it and I gotta keep going. And like, it literally made me have to grow a third set of balls. And that's why I look at my friends who are all struggling. I look at all of us in the DIY scene, podcast, everybody that is DIY.
Yeah.
Possible. I look at all of us struggling and trying to survive and trying to get through, you know, this shit, right? And for me, it's like, I don't fucking have time to give a fuck about assholes. I don't have time. I don't have the energy. I don't give a fuck what you think. You can move the fuck on. Get the fuck out of my way. Like, I'm literally like that now. And this year is the first year I've been proud of myself for not giving a fuck. Like, I used to care so much about, well, don't, you know, that's so mean, or, you know, so negative, or, well, you know, people are gonna like judge you and think that you're mean and that, you know, you just, you know, you've changed. I'm like, no, I just don't give a shit about people with negativity in me. I'm not trying to be negative. I just will not allow that in my life anymore. So like, if you come at me with negativity, like, you know, the whole like fucking arm, you just like, that whole fucking arm just goes up and you fucking, what do they call it when you run into that? You just you just get hit. My arm's gonna go, you know, on my walls, you're gonna go straight up and you're gonna fucking hit a wall and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt and I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I am now. Like, I've got this boundary now. You don't cross the fucking boundary. I have boundaries now. And if you don't like it, if you don't like it, I used to be boundaryless. And it would make me so uncomfortable. And it would give me so much anxiety. It would give me so much stress. But it was because I wanted to be nice to everybody, right? And just keep the peace, keep the peace, keep the peace. Fuck the fucking peace. If you cross my boundaries, it's not peaceful. Okay? It's not. Do not cross my fucking boundaries. And my boundaries are pretty simple. I want respect. I want my personal space respected. Right? And I want your negativity to go the fucking other direction. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to let negative people suck all my positive energy away anymore. I'm just not. It's like a fucking, you know, like those fly zappers?
Yeah.
You know those electrical ones that you hang? And a fly comes, and it zaps and it dies?
Yeah.
That's me now. I've got like a fucking zone. If you come at me and it's harmful, you're going to hit that fucking thing and you're going to get zapped and you're going to die. And I'm okay with it. Whereas before I was like, please, please, please don't don't hit it. You might get hurt, like, but it's okay if you hit it. If you cross my boundaries, I'm just gonna forgive you and forget it. And it's not good, but oh well, right? No, now I'm like zap and die. You just crossed my boundary. Like, sorry. Yeah, it's not happening. I'm done.
Literally had this conversation yesterday, the day before. Yeah, the people pleasing needs to stop.
You cannot please everybody, and the people who actually demand being pleased are the biggest assholes in the world, and don't deserve it. They don't. But I finally woke up. I fucking finally woke up and became really 100% okay with telling somebody to fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't turn the other cheek. I didn't turn the other cheek. And I was like, I'm just not willing. I'm not willing. I will not take people's shit anymore.
And you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I'm saying, but I'm actually practicing it. Because, like, somebody came at me on this last tour, and I was like, no. And I said, no, I'm sorry. And I was like, yeah. And I was sarcastic and mean. My response was sarcastic and mean. And they were like, oh, shit. Yeah, you're not used to seeing that side of Raven, but you came at me in a negative way. I already told people. You cut it's a mirror, right? Negative coming at me, negative goes back. Positive comes at me, positive goes back. Very simple. Very fucking simple. And we're like, wow, she was like, and then I had somebody commented me, wow, I definitely never want to get you mad. I'm like, yeah, you don't. You don't. You don't ever want to piss me off. I'm not nice. I'm not that nice. If you piss me off, I'm not that nice. You know what it is? I wasn't truly being honest with myself. That's what it was. But yeah, now it's like, yeah, I don't care for any negative people in my life at all. They can all fuck off. I have this, the new album that I'm coming out with, the 4th album, because it is so aggro. I am going to be giving, when we do launch the pre-order, I'm having it designed now. It's all being designed now. It's going to be a little jar, and it's going to have the logo and everything. And on the back is a message from me that's printed on the label. But inside is going to be so many of these little fucks in red, like my keys. But they're little words, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. And the whole thing is, that's the gift for the first 100 pre-orders of the new album. Because the first song on the album was Fuck You, right? So all these fucks, it's about like the whole no fucks to give. So my whole rule is, if I have this many fucks in my jar, right? Rob, you give a fuck about me, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you have just as many fucks in your jar. Mm-hmm. You give a fuck about me. Therefore, you are worthy of trading a fuck with me, right?
Yeah.
So you have a fuck card. I have a fuck card. I give a fuck about you. You give a fuck about me. We're friends, right?
Yeah.
We support each other. You are worthy then of me caring about your birthday or your life or your health or your well-being. You're my friend, right?
Yeah.
Situationally. Oh my God, I'm so stressed out about this situation, whatever happened, right? Is it worth one of these fuck out of my jar? Is it really my problem? No. Keep your fucks, but they're very valuable. You only have so many, right? The problem with us is that we keep giving a fuck about everything and then we run out of them. That's the fucking problem. So the jar with my album is symbolically, do not open that fucking lid of your jar and give anybody one of your fucks unless they're worthy of giving one of theirs to you. Because you shouldn't give a fuck about anybody who doesn't give a fuck back about you. Right? That should be the fucking boundary. Right? So, like, if a person is not worthy of one of these little cute little fucks in this jar, I'm moving on. Nope, you're not worthy of one of these. Hell no. Hell no. I keep these for my friends, people who give a fuck about me. These are sacred, you know? Because when I give a fuck about somebody, they have 100% of everything that I can give. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people who don't deserve it don't get one of them. That's just my rule. Now, and so I am meaner because I have to be. Because these are very valuable to me. And I need to save every single one of these for the people who matter to me. So that's the whole concept that I'm doing for the fourth album, is that everybody's getting, the first 100 people are going to get the no fucks to give jar.
And I think that's a cool ass idea.
My virgin
That's
ears.
My version.
Thomas.
Years, yeah.
Fucking Thomas. Yeah, that's the other thing. People never heard us so much. And I'm like, well, yeah, because I never showed how pissed off I was.
Well,
you know what I mean? I'm so tired of people's bullshit. Like, I just call people out on it now. You know, I don't care. I'm sorry that you're uncomfortable that I'm calling you out on your shit. But don't do shit that you'd be called out on. Right? Why is it my fault? But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is it's really hard because, you know, I had basically made the decision that I'm going to stand my ground. I'm a very, very forthright, brutally honest, genuine person. So if I don't like you, you're going to know it. And I'm going to tell you to your face. And that's it. You know what I mean? And you may not agree, you know what I mean, with my decision, but I will have my reasons and they will be valid.
yeah.
You know, if you came at me negatively, I am now removing you from my vicinity, you know? And people, not a lot of people know, you know, because they haven't come across it, the situation. But if they come at me, I'm just going to tell them, like, I don't like you. And I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'm sorry. And that's it. And they're going to be like, wow, she's a bitch. To you? Yeah. But I don't like you. Why? Well, think about why. Why don't you ask yourself that question? Why would Raven not like me? She's so nice to everybody. What did you do? That's the question. If somebody said that to you, Raven's such a fucking bitch. Rob, what would you say to them? What did you do to her?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because
Like,
Raven's nice to everybody. If she's not nice to you, there's a reason. You must have done something that was not good. Right?
or just rub you the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like,
But
there's certain people that rub me the wrong way. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be civil towards you because of X, Y, and Z, but I'm not gonna waste my hour of my
Exactly.
day or longer.
Or I have come, because, you know, you and me, we meet a lot of people in the industry. A lot. We come across a lot of people. And yes, I could be civil, but I will keep a distance, especially if someone I trust tells me, be careful with this person. Right?
Yeah.
Because that does hold some weight, correct?
Yeah.
It holds weight. If your trusted friend tells you, it gives you a warning, you're going to heed that warning because they're being protective of you, right?
Yeah.
So I won't be a bitch and I won't be mean, but I will keep my distance and be cautious, right?
Here's my thing: there's business, and then there's pleasure. I mean, there's
Correct.
a fine line.
It is rough,
For
right?
for what
In the industry, it's got that gray area. It's got that gray area where you got to kind of keep things cool and civil because of it, industry. But doesn't mean you need to be close to those people. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, there's a I know, put it this way, I clearly see ever since, I decided to make that decision of no more taking bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I have a very clear filter now. I have a very clear filter that I use now where it's like, I know who supports me, and I know who just wants gain from me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean,
like, I just know there's just cool.
It does.
Yeah, there's just cool people who are just cool, and it's just an acquaintance thing, and it's cool, and I'm happy with that. That's fine. But then there's people who want gain from me, that want to get close to me to gain something. And I'm done with those people. Like, I'm done with people trying to gain from me, and then the people who do actually support me, I'm really, like, outside of doing interviews or podcasts or fucking social media and all that shit, those people I talk to kind of, we've had more private conversations, and they know where I really stand with all that, and they know I truly support them, and I'm honest with them about shit, and that's the thing is like, and then there's people there's people who've tried to do interviews with me that I've never done one with them because I truly don't feel that they support me. I think that they just want me on their podcast, for content, and that's cool. You know me, I don't really like doing interviews. I only do it with certain people I support. That's it. Think about it, Rob. How many interviews do I really do?
Not that many.
And a lot of people. I have 4 right now that have been asking me for a date. And I'm just kind of like, well, let me see if I'm available. And I not to say that I won't do it because they're new and but there's some people that have been asking me for like almost 8 months now, a year. I still haven't done one with them. Is it that hard to get an interview with me, Rob?
No, not at all.
Am I always busy? I'm always busy. Do I always make time?
Yeah. We're busy people. Yeah. You make time.
So if I'm not making an effort and making time for somebody, it's probably because I don't really feel they're really truly support of me. It's more for their own gain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't make it a priority. Like with you, I make it a priority. There's certain people that I make it a priority because you guys are truly, yeah. Well, you know me. I told you from the very first time that, I like the way you do stuff. It's just like I feel like we're just talking. You know what I mean? It's just chill.
I'd rather have that kind of relationship with people than go all the way back to your first album. Why'd you say purple instead of saying red when it should have been red? No. I want your fans to know you as a person. Oh, shit, she likes blueberry muffins. Okay, so if I go to a show, give her a blueberry muffin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly rather be calm, collective, random shit questions, and
Well, it's crazy because whenever, somebody always approaches me and like, well, hey, let's do an interview so we can promote your tour. And I was like, well, I have a publicist who does that. I said, I'd like to do interviews to get to know, to talk about other things, you know what I mean? Not just announcements, but obviously I'll announce and talk about the tours coming or an album coming. Yeah, it's part of our conversation, like what's up, what's new. But I also whenever you and I talk, we talk about a lot of crazies, like way off subject shit. You know what I mean? Like that makes it interesting. We're just talking as people. It makes it more interesting. That's why I've always liked doing them with you.
I appreciate that. Nothing always has to be business, always. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I go to about 36 concerts a year or more or less, depends on the year, whatever coming through.
Yeah.
I not always have my phone out the entire time I'm there. Yes, I'm there to take certain photos, and if I'm able to, I'm watching the show. But if I'm able to get a few photos from the the pit or from the side of the stage or whatever.
Yeah.
For promotional purposes as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because we all have to do somewhat of that social media content so that we don't have the same typical post over and over. You know, we want to freshen things up. We want to keep everybody engaged in interesting topics and interesting things. So like that's why I started playing with some AI art, you know, with my photographs, and they came up with some really cool shit. And now I'm learning more that I can actually transcribe and describe the scene with my picture. Like I am actually learning how to do the voice to text to tell the AI art graphic thing to go, okay, look, I want demon horns, you know, with red eyes in a black forest, and I want to hold a fucking sword. And it's actually creating that around my photograph. And I'm like, that's badass. Yeah. And it saves me time from me sitting there drawing out this entire image I have in my head. Right. But once that happens, I still go in there and draw over it to personalize it more to me. Right.
Yeah.
To add me into the drawing. So that's what I've been playing with. And I'm learning more and more with these AI programs. And I'm like, this is really cool because it is a time saver. It comes out so much higher quality resolution because I'm more of a sketch artist. You know, I scrabble.
Yeah.
So it just clean. It's such a nice, clean, vibrant, I guess, pen or airbrush effect that I cannot do by hand. You know, because it's digital. Like you can't compare what I'm drawing versus an AI generator digital palette. You know what I mean? It's just so much crisper and cleaner in 4K that it makes my drawing look so dull. My colors, you know. So like, but now that I can marry what I draw with digital graphics, oh my God, you know what I mean? It's like it takes my art to a whole nother level, right? And I'm like, dude, technology is awesome in that way. And I know there's like a divided thing about that because like, well, real art is, you know, pen on paper. Real art is, but come on, we're in a digital age. You know, what I draw. What I draw on a piece. Yeah, I mean, what I draw on a piece of paper will not look as good on a T-shirt or a poster or a fucking lunchbox as the graphic digital version of it. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to give my fans something really cool to wear or carry or like, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where I'm like, who again? Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
You are the sire of what art truly means. I'm an artist. I fucking love all kinds of art, both on pen, sketch, paper, charcoal, watercolor, fine art, abstract, digital, graphic, AI. It's all fucking art. Thank you very much, sire and judge. You have pointed out that it is not truly all by my pen. Thank you very much. Now fuck off. Like seriously, again, fuck the fuck off. Thanks for your opinion. Bye-bye. That's how I am now. I'm like, you know what? You don't like it? Don't look at my art. You don't like it? Don't. Go the fuck away. You know, skip my page. Forget my name. Don't look. Close your eyes. Cover your eyes. Don't look. You'll die. You know, you shit. What do you want me to say? Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about your Junkies name. Fuck what everybody else thinks. If you've got fans and they're gonna sign on to be Junkies, don't worry about the stigma of, you know, junkie, right? Dude, think of it as concert. It's you're already have it in your name. Concert Junkies. We're totally concert junkies.
About it.
It's already there. It's already part of you. So your fans are gonna love being called junkies. They're gonna love it. Ask them. How many junkies are here? At least 13, right?
12 at the moment.
Huh?
We got 12.
12. Somebody left?
Bastards.
They probably had to go to work, go to sleep. But yeah, I mean, just do you, Rob. That's what I've been preaching all fucking year to all my friends, especially in DIY. We worry too much. We fucking worry too much, and I swear to God, I'm just reminding everybody: don't give a fuck. Literally, don't give a fuck. Do your music, do your podcast, be you. Fucking love what you do. Do not let any of that bullshit fucking taint what you love doing. I have made the decision. I don't give a fuck if my song you don't like. All the songs that are coming on the next album. If you don't like it, thank you very much for telling me. And I really don't care. Like, I like them. My fans like them. I'm good.
I can't wait for them to. I can't.
I mean, you gotta think. I'm 52 years old. I'm gonna be 53 in September. How many more years do you think I have it in me to keep writing music? Maybe
Another
what,
50.
10, 15 years? Right?
Another 50.
Like, let's be, yeah. So I'm just going to do it till I can't do it anymore. And I'm going to write music and I'm going to keep doing it. And, you know, I have my diehard fans who will probably go all the way to the end with me. And then I have fans that will drop off and come and go and new and old and, you know, and that's just the reality. But it doesn't change the fact that I'm going to keep writing music. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to have some shitty songs and I'm going to have some really great songs. And it doesn't matter because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it to become famous. I'm not doing it to make a shitload of money. I'm doing it because I love doing it. And as long as I love doing it, nothing's going to stop me, right? Except my health, my death, right? So all these people who have any opinion at all of disliking what I do, it has no bearing on the fact that I'm still going to keep doing it. So why give them any power or weight to their opinion when it doesn't affect the future? Does that make sense? Like a million people can give me a thumbs down and say, I fucking hate your music. I fucking hate you. I hate your song. I hate your fucking music. I hate everything about you. Thank you. But I gotta keep writing a song, so it doesn't have any bearing.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a sickness and you're taking the wrong medication, it doesn't do anything. The sickness keeps growing, right?
Yeah.
Or if you throw poison at it, that disease, you know, that sickness, that poison doesn't affect it. It doesn't affect it. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna keep going. My illness, my being of a writer, being a songwriter, I'm gonna continue being that. And there's nothing anyone can say or do to me that will change that I'm doing. Just like you. You love what you do.
Yeah.
And you're gonna keep doing it. So it doesn't matter what anybody else's opinion is. Only yours. You know? And you help a lot of us. And we appreciate it. You know, we have a platform to talk about things, and we have a community of friends.
Yeah.
Just even our small community. You don't think that matters? It fucking matters. It fucking matters. It matters to me. It matters to me that I can call. It matters to me that I can reach out to other musicians and other professionals in the industry that are relevant right now, that are working, that are seeing things happening in the scene, hearing things happening in the scene, that I can have a conversation with and learn something and share something and think about something together. It's just communication. I have that with you. I have that with me. I have with a lot of people. And that, you know how much I learned from you watching your interviews, talking to me, like just the communication itself, the posts that I read, you still learn something from that. You know what I mean? You see what's going on. And that's important.
Like, I appreciate that. I don't really think I'm doing much at all.
No, but you
To be
are.
honest. To be honest.
Okay, so pretend you don't exist now. You quit tonight.
Okay.
You're done.
Okay.
How do you think I met Mindy mainly because through Dying Oath, through your podcast, doing that first interview. I met a few people through you. Just sharing, just knowing that, just the idea, even like Clyde, just even meeting them on that last podcast and just hearing their responses. And they're in a completely different kind of genre. You know what I mean? Like, but just hearing that as a musician, as a songwriter, hearing their story, you know, evoked some happy thoughts for me, like different music, different styles, different, different scene, but same shit. Like we're okay. We're all going through the similar things, and it's like you're not alone in this. Everybody has the same struggle. Even if you're in a different genre, like, and it was like, okay, so I'm not totally the only one that's struggling, and it's the same thing with, mental illness. It's just like, it's really important. And having the ability, like, if there weren't podcasts like you, and there was only Loudwire and all the big ones, right? Or the big freaking things, where would musicians like myself, Mindy, Molly, all of them have a place to meet each other? Do you think those big podcasts were going to contact me for an interview? Or a Dying Oath? Or a Casket Robbery? Or fucking Lemming Dead Girl? Maybe.
I don't know. Like, I see your point.
I'll tell you, they're not. They're not. Because let me tell you, I've been on some of the biggest tours where that kind of media was doing interviews. They could have interviewed me. They were not interested. I was there. They were there. They could have interviewed 2 or 3 bands in a row. They interviewed 2. And the other 3 or 2 didn't matter to them. They weren't interested in going and asking us any questions or meeting us or anything. So, and I've done how many big tours? They're just not interested.
Several.
So the opportunity for my fans to listen to me have these conversations with you, or share amongst the Clyde and Dying Oath and all the other bands that you had on that, the coursing, all of that day.
Yeah.
Fans would have never heard those conversations or learned anything about what it's like for us in the DIY. Why they support us, why do they spend their good earned money to go buy a t-shirt and come see us at a show? Because they're seeing that there's a pattern here, the reality, because our reality is very different from the commercial. Very different, so it's educating people, communication, sharing. It's very important for you guys to support us, because we wouldn't have a media outlet if you guys didn't exist. There's tiers, right?
Yeah.
You're in our tier. You are the Loudwire and the blabbermouth of our world of DIY. Without you guys, we have no media. You see what I'm saying?
I never
Unless
thought
we
of it that
pay
way.
for it. Unless we pay for it. I could be on the cover of Revolver. I just have to pay $20 grand. Is that going to do anything for me? Except
Probably
feed my
not.
ego? It'll feed my ego. But my ego, I'd rather have a frumpy day at a museum weed place and act a fool than be on the cover of Revolver magazine. But I would only go on there if I could do I'll only go on Revolver if I could do this to my face. No, but, I'm sorry. I mean, so don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with cosmetic surgery. Nothing. A lot of people do it. It's about their own needs, right?
Yeah.
How they see themselves. I struggle with it too. I'm just like everyone else. I struggle with aging. I'm struggling with it. But first of all, I can't afford it. And even if I could afford it, 15, 16 grand to do it. I'm too damn cheap to spend that kind of money on my face. Okay, so that's the second thing. Third, I would rather spend that kind of money on music, creating music, doing something with music. And then the other thing is, I'm so terrified of surgery and so terrified of going under the knife and for it to come out wrong. Like I would rather just age. You know what I mean? But a lot of people do it, and I don't judge them for that. If they have the means and it makes them feel happier, then all power to them. I don't judge them. I still respect it's just not, that's my personal thing. Their personal things, their personal thing. And shit, like some of them that get it done, it's done beautifully. They look great. They were the lucky ones that got it done right. But I'm too chicken shit. I'm too chicken shit to go on the fucking knife. Like I said, I'll just use potato chip clips. I mean, I already have a hard time with putting makeup on. I was just talking about it today. I was like, oh my God, I have to put so much makeup on now. Just to like cover all like my big pores, like it's But all artists, we all do fucking lots of makeup because we want to look presentable. I don't want to. I mean, if you guys saw me roll out of bed, I don't look like this. So I just clean it up a little bit for the sake of being on an interview, being on a podcast. Looking presentable.
Yes.
At least clean and presentable. But it's like every single time I talk to like my friends on FaceTime or whatever, and I roll out of bed, no makeup, nothing. My hair is not even combed, and I'm like, I look tore up from the floor up right now, but that's because I just rolled out of bed. But yeah, and I'm like, do I really care if the world saw me like that? Truly, in essence, no.
Right.
But yeah, for the sake of career and being presentable and hygienic and all that stuff, I feel it's my responsibility to present myself in a manner that is appropriate, right? Right. You guys are lucky. All you guys have to do is fucking brush your teeth, wash your face, put your fucking hat on, and move on.
I mean, you're not wrong, really.
I know. Girls have to put our face on. And I know every guy every time, you don't need makeup. They always say that to women. But as soon as we're in sweats, no makeup, and our hair's tore up or whatever, we're not done up, the first thing that's like, hey, are you feeling well? Like, are you sick? This is the truth that happens. And then we're like, are you okay? You look like you're really tired, or you look really sick. And it's like, I'm not fucking sick. I just don't have all the fucking glob on my face. What were you about to say? You're thinking. Oh shit, I got Rob thinking.
Yeah, I'm normally, I like the natural look. I don't really care about makeup at all.
But not everybody's beautiful naturally.
Yes, they are.
Not always.
Beauty should start from here, not here.
That is true.
It's what's on the inside that matters.
That's true, but society puts a lot of pressure on this.
Well, of course, because they want to sell their next palette and their next freaking
tell me, Rob.
And...
So my pictures done all up, okay, and a lot of my friends, if they do cleavage shots,
yeah,
right, that post gets 1,500 reactions in 2 hours.
Yeah, because sex sells.
No makeup, t-shirt. They get half the fucking reactions. Half.
Well, because people are,
Sex sells. Sex sells.
sex sells, and they're thinking with the wrong head half the time. If you
But
actually
they're
sat down
not.
with a woman,
Yeah, it's all. See, that's the thing is like I don't sell sex because I want people to focus on my music and the art
yeah,
and the storyline, the lore. Raven Black's a lot of lore. There's a lot of lore with Raven Black. So if I were to do those pictures, it would take away from the focus of the lore and the music, like what Raven Black stands for. That's why I don't do that. Now, people are like, well, maybe you'll sell more records if you did. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Right? Like,
we had
joke
this
about it.
conversation. We've had this conversation on the last time you were.
I know, but does it really sell more records? No.
Oh, what, your
Does it,
downloads?
or does it not?
But then you have the hypocritical people.
You don't know how close. There's a part of me that wants to test this theory, but I can't do it because I refuse to do it. You know what I mean? But there's a part of me that wants to test this theory and go, okay, I'm going to release a picture of myself as Raven Black, right? In my costume and makeup. And I'm going to do the same exact poster of me in something sexy. And let's see which poster sells more at the same time. Okay?
How many likes you're going to get on each one, and how much is going to be cash in hand? Because, like, good-heartedly, we have 12 rechecks in here right now.
Yeah.
Guarantee you, they're going to buy both, just because it's you.
They're gonna what?
They'll buy both posters.
Yeah, because but they don't buy it for the picture. They buy it to support me. There's a difference.
Exactly.
My fans don't buy stuff because they want. Well, they enjoy the art or whatever picture or whatever it is that they buy, but they mainly buy stuff to support the band, to support our career, our music, what we're releasing. Coming out on tour. There's a difference with my fans. My fans they're special. They're special.
But I'm just saying in general. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't need to do the sexual thing. I don't need to. Because our music, our art and the whole story of Raven Black, it sells itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
with the
you don't
content.
need
I don't need anything else. I just need new music. You know what I mean? More of it, new stuff. So I don't feel like I need to do anything like sexual.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't think I need right. Like everybody's excited about my next album, the fourth one, the Black Album, because I'm about to get dark and aggressive and evil, and everybody's looking forward to that. They don't care about sexual. They want to see the dark side of my lyrics, the content, you know what I mean, the emotion of that.
Yeah,
they're more excited about that than seeing my boobs or whatever.
I was sold by the first song that you said is going to be on that album. I was sold. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was sold. I mean, shit.
Well, I just figured, let's just cut to the chase. What is this album about? I'm basically telling everybody, fuck you. I'm finally saying it out loud. Fuck you. Like, I should have, the words that I should have said for so many fucking years to so many people, I'm just finally going to fucking say it now. And I say it so freely now. Like, I opened, I don't know, I opened Pandora's box. You know what I mean? All that shit I had locked up, I was just like, the floodgates are open, and I'm like, it's like a quick trigger now. Like, it's like the minute you come at me and I don't, and I feel anxiety and agitated, I'm like, well, fuck you. Like, it's immediate now. like get the fuck away from me, right?
Yeah.
And I scare people now because they're like, whoa, because oh shit, you know. And I'm like, yeah, back the fuck up, fuck you, man, you know, like get the fuck away from me. And they're like, wow, like, yeah, I'm not letting him even close enough. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have those boundaries now. Fucking boundaries. It's good. It empowered me. I feel safer, stronger. Like, you know. And I'm just showing all my friends to do the same.
Yeah.
Take a shit. I am spreading that word like fire. Do not take people's shit. Don't let anybody make you feel like shit. Fuck. Hashtag fuck you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I am going to do a t-shirt. I've never done a t-shirt that's really like hashtag fuck you. I think I'm going to do one with the song and some of the lyrics. Just the my logo, hashtag fuck you, and some of the lyrics from that song.
Go ahead.
You know, when we release the single, I'm going to release that shirt.
That sounds amazing.
I'm excited about it. Oh my God. I'm just waiting for the guitars to be done right now on that, and I can really get jiggy with it. I'm like, grr. It's so exciting. Well, because I have the hip hop beat for it already, like the synth part of it already. So now the guitars are being written over that for the metal guitars.
Yeah.
And then I get to listen to that. And then Ryan's throwing drums on it. So then it's going to take it to a whole nother level. So he's like, well, do you want drums first? And I was like, I want to listen it to both ways. Like, I want him to put drums on it for also. And I want it without drums. So I can, like, listen to both versions and, like, it, you know what I mean? Shit will happen. But then I just, see, what I do is I zone out with this. And I blast it. And I just sit there. And I just vibe. And then whatever happens, happens. But, yeah. But there's the pre-chorus. I think, did I tell you what the pre-chorus was on the last call?
I
did.
think so.
It's a growl. It's basically it's 3 repeated pre-chorus before the chorus comes in. But I'll give you a little sneak peek. But it basically is 3 different versions of my growl because I repeat it 3 times, and it's so the pre-chorus lyrics is, and I'm not gonna take it. Okay, so it goes, and I'm gonna take it. And then it goes into a little, and I'm not going to take it. Boom. And then it goes into the chorus. So that's just the pre-chorus. Sounds fun?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do 3 different versions of my screens for that little pre-chorus before the chorus comes in.
That's
yeah.
So
and that's a very in-your-face lyric, right? I'm not gonna take it. So you can imagine music video-wise, or stage performance, or you in the crowd. And I'm not gonna take it, right?
Yeah.
It's very in-your-face, very powerful lyric there. In other words, we're just not gonna take it anymore, right? And so that's just the pre-chorus. I'm so excited. I'm like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Because I have to spend time getting jiggy with it. I'll say that lyric, like, I'll probably go through it like at least 200 times in different ways. With the beat, with the guitars, you know, with the drums. Like, I'm just going to be like, I'm not going to take it. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. But it just imagine that lyrics like, I'm not going to take it. You know, like, right? Yeah. There'd be some head bashing. I'm not going to take it. Right? I'm nuts. It's going to be nuts. Yeah, I'm really unleashing. It's not going to be a controlled, like, what I have done in the past, where it's like, and I'm not going to take it. You know, it's
So-
not
so-
going to be like,
What is that?
it's going to be like, I'm not going to fucking take it. You know, it's going to be like, I would do it with a higher volume, but I don't want to do that right now. But
Yeah,
in the
definitely.
studio, I'm just going to like get pumped up. I don't know. I might punch a fucking punching bag, or I don't know, do something, hit myself a couple. I don't know, but I'm just going to get that
Do not hit
adrenaline.
yourself a couple.
You just got to get that
Yeah, hit yourself a
adrenaline
couple
going.
times.
So when I deliver the lyric vocally,
Yeah.
it'll come out with that adrenaline, that aggression. So I don't know. I don't know if I need to just get pissed off before I record that song. I don't know. Like, go get pissed off or something. You know?
I mean-
Because it's different. I mean, on stage, you have the adrenaline, you have the people, you have the lights. There's a whole different synergy. In the studio, I've got a fucking mic with a fucking, you know,
Spit
spit
cover.
guard. And I've got a fucking small room, and Ulrich always has to dim all the lights for me because I gotta be like in this dark place. Like, I can't have it bright.
Yeah.
And then I'm just thinking, like, I just need to like get pissed off, jump around. It's just like boxers, you know, how they jump around and stuff. It's to get that blood pumping and stuff. So I think I have to do that before I record that. Yeah. Maybe Ryan can help piss me off. Talk shit to me or something. Before I go into the studio. Like, piss me off, honey. Piss me off. Well, maybe I should go on social media and read shit that pisses me off right before I go record. You know?
I mean, that could happen.
Anyways. All right.
But thank you for everything.
Thanks for having me. I hope I get to
Anytime.
see you this August. And like I
Okay.
said, you know what?
We'll figure everything
Message me what it would take for you to go to Michigan Metal Fest. And I'll see what the rejects, what the
We'll figure-
junkies will respond and
Yeah.
see if we can get you there.
Definitely figure that one out. But I love you. And good
I
night.
love you too.
Good night.
Take care of
Good night,
yourself, okay?
everybody. Bye.